All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to my apostles and elders, great millstone, who teach very well. Won't up this truth from his citation out there to the hopeful elect, who continue to push this word in our truth, faith, and sincerity. And also, Shalom to all the men, women, and children who sincerely believe upon the words of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. And on today, just basically getting on the missiles is prepared, or the destruction is prepared, man. Because all these things is really coming and showing you that the will of the Lord is being made manifest upon the planet Earth. Because it's not like these just a whole bunch of random events, all these proxy wars, all these different threats that these different nations are saying. These are things these are things that's not just speaking in vain. No, these are the things that's going to actually happen in the future. But guess who spoke about these things first? First, Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. You know? It says, new things I have already declared, you know? So one of the new things the Lord have declared is the nuclear weapons, because this weaponry is something that the planet Earth have never seen before. And this is the weapons to end all weapons, man. This is the perfection of the sword. And ultimately, these different type of warheads and nuclear missiles is going to be the stamp on the end of the kingdom of Esau. That's why he's so afraid of them. No, he's hesitating to push the button, because he knows soon as he pushed the button, somebody else going to push it and somebody else going to push it. That's why it's a such thing called as mad mutual aerial destruction. And that's how this place ultimately is going to end off, man. But let's go ahead and start off with this. Let's go right here in the book of Isaiah. Isaiah 54 and verse 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth in work an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. So the Lord have put the spirit on the Edomites, these Temanites, to actually create a nuclear arsenal, which ultimately is going to take out their whole kingdom. And that's a beautiful thing of the Lord, man. He's going to let these devils take out themselves, you know? And that's why the missiles is already prepared. So let's go ahead and go right here into this article. Putin ally warns Russian nuclear weapon in full combat readiness. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, a close ally of Russian President Vladimir Putin, warned on Friday that Moscow nuclear weapons are in full combat readiness, man. So basically, in Jake words, they strapped and ready to go, man. You know? It says, jump a little bit more. It says, amid the ongoing Russian-Ukraine war, tensions between North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, and the reason why NATO is so wrapped up of what Russia doing over there, because Ukraine is like that last line of defense, you know? That's why they are sitting all resources, sitting all the weaponry to try to protect Ukraine. But hey, proxy wars only lead into bigger and bigger wars, man. It was a point that Russia said, yeah, if you keep on sending these weapons to these boys, we're going to be looking after you. And that's the message, man. Let's go ahead and read a little bit more. It says, leaders have increasingly warned that the direct conflict with Moscow is a realistic danger, as it has more nuclear warheads than any other country, according to the international campaign to abolish nuclear weapons. And that can't happen. You know why? Because nuclear weapons are a part of prophecy. You know? And that's what So hard for these people to believe that this same thing that put you on top is going to be the same thing that's going to take you out of power, man. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and get this. That's why Esau is so scared to push the button. Psalms 7, and I'm going to jump down and get to the point at verse 15. He had made a pit and digged it and is fallen to the ditch which he made. He made the nuclear weapons. But the same thing that he created is going to be the same thing that's going to make him fall. It says his mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealings shall come down upon his own pate. And the pate is the top of your head. You know, and that's how you know it's going to be an aerial attack that's going to take down this society or this beast system as a whole. And that aerial attack is not going to come in the form of ordinary arrows or even a damn pistol. No, that aerial attack is going to come in a form of intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. And that's the tool that the Heavenly Father is going to use to destroy this place, man. And that's the ultimate tool of destruction. No other thing can do what those things do, man. So let's go ahead and get this, because it says the international campaign to abolish nuclear weapons. All of a sudden, you're going to drop the bomb on Fat Boy and Little Boy. You know, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. You're going to drop these bombs. As soon as you do that, yeah, we don't want to fight no more. No, man. For lack of better words, you're going to have to get repaid. It says this comes after Putin and senior Russian officials have repeatedly threatened nuclear escalation against Kiev and its Western partners since Russia launched its full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022. And again, these different threats, why these words getting thrown around? Threats, weaponry, escalation, you know? Repeatedly threats. These things are not for no reason. No, these things is to show you what's going to happen in the future. According to TASS, a Russian state news agency, Lavrov said in an interview with Sky Arabia News that while nobody wants a nuclear war, he warned the country nuclear weapons in full combat readiness. It says nobody wants a nuclear war, but guess who do? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua do. This is the book of Jeremiah 50 and 51, Salakia, and I'm going to start at verse 1. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind. Now, that destroying wind is the aftershock of those ICBM nuclear missiles. You know, it's the same, I think, from the Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombing. They said, if you see the light, if you could see the mushroom cloud, for the lack of better words, you could put your thumb in front of it. And if it's closer to the same size as your thumb, then you as good as dead, man. But it says a destroying wind. And again, that destroying wind is talking about the destruction. It's just not talking about, for the lack of better words, the wind blowing hard, a tornado. No, it's going to be a tornado of fire that's going to come your way, man. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and get some more on that wind. This is the book of 2nd Ezra 15. I'm going to start at verse 39. And strong wind shall arise from the east, and shall open it, in the cloud which he raised up in wrath. Because those strong winds is going to be shot from various parts upon the planet Earth. You know, even Israel is going to shoot, they're going to shoot missiles, and they're going to get missiles shot upon them. But at the same time, it says, and it shall open it, in the cloud which he raised up in wrath. That's talking about a mushroom cloud. And the stars stirred up because of the fear towards the east, and west wind shall be destroyed. And that's talking about the destruction. The great and mighty clouds shall be lifted up full of wrath, and the star that may make all the earth afraid. And that's the missiles, man. Because even once you read Revelations, the 18th chapter, it actually speaks about how all these people is going to hit her plagues. Matter of fact, let's get that. I'm going to jump back to this Jeremiah, but let's get there in Revelations. Because the whole earth is going to be afraid because they're going to see what happens when you do things that's not pleasing unto the Lord. This Revelations 18, and I'm going to start at verse 10. It says, standing afar off for the fear of our torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour thy judgment come. Now that great city Babylon, we know that is America today, but it says great fear of her torment. These people are actually going to see, it's going to be on the news, YouTube, it's going to be a live stream of America burning, man. You might can hear the crackling. You might going to hear the screams of the people. We don't know how crazy it's going to be, but it's going to be a fearful thing in that day, you know? Matter of fact, I should have jumped at verse 9. It says, lament for Babylon. It says, and all the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. So they're going to be scared and bewailing and crying when they see the Lord put judgment on this wicked place known as Babylon the Great, man. You know? So let's go ahead and jump back to 2 Ezra 15 and verse 40 again. And the great and mighty clouds shall be lifted up for the wrath, that's the mushroom clouds, and the star, that they may make all the earth afraid, and them that dwell therein, and they shall pour out over every high and eminent place a horrible star. And this is every high and eminent place. America can be considered as a high place. This place is the highest ruling kingdom upon the planet Earth right now. Who's above the United States today? You know? It says fire. Now I want you to say bring, because the world is not controlled under the British pound. No, the world is controlled under the US dollar, man. It says fire and hell and flaming swords and many waters, because these nuclear missiles is ultimately going to lead into the lake of fire. Now that lake of fire is not talking about a physical place in the middle of the earth, in the core of the earth. That's where Satan live, and you're going to burn forever. How the hell is your spirit going to burn forever without a body? Your spirit don't have nerves, you know? Your spirit is, fire, for the lack of better words, man. To show you that these Christians don't know the truth. But it says, read it again. It says, fire and hell and flaming swords and many waters, that all fields may be full, and all rivers with great abundance of great waters. And they shall break down the cities and the walls and mountains and hills, trees of the wood and grass of meadows and their corn. And they shall go steadfastly into Babylon, America, and make her afraid. So through the destruction, through the ICBM nuclear missiles, will these people be afraid? This is how the fear of Yahweh Baal Shema Washai will come back upon the planet. Because these people really don't fear the Lord. But the fear of the Lord is going to be back real heavy when those missiles drop, man. And even in the time of Jacob's trouble. Even when you go back into the time of Pharaoh, when the Lord had smashed those waters down upon his army, through those judgments, did those people fear the Lord? And these people don't fear the Lord now, so the Lord is going to have to glorify his name once again by bringing forth judgment. It says, they shall come to her and besiege her, the star, and all wrath shall they pour out upon her. That's the Lord indignation that's going to be poured out. Then shall the dust and smoke go up into heaven, and they that be about her shall bewail her. Going back into that Revelations, the 18th chapter. When you go back to Revelation, the 18th chapter, what it says, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her. So it's talking about the same thing. And lament for her, for they see the smoke of her burning. Now for a whole country, for a whole nation, a whole damn near a whole continent to be burning, for the lack of better words, it's going to have to be a lot of fire. And that fire is going to come in the form of those ICBM nuclear missiles. So let's go ahead and continue on this. It says, And they that remain under her shall do service unto them that put her in fear. And thou, Asia, that art partaker of the hope of Babylon, and art of thy glory, woe be unto thee, thou wretched, because thou hast made thyself like unto her. So it's showing you that the missiles is not just going to be dropping on Babylon. It's going to drop on various parts upon the planet Earth. And it's not going to be dropped just to destroy. No, it's going to be dropped to cleanse too, man. That ultimate cleansing agent. You go into Malachi, the 4th chapter, says this day is going to burn as an oven, that it leave neither root nor branch. So through those nuclear missiles hidden throughout the various parts upon the planet Earth, is going to make sure that the rulership of Esau or the rulership of Edom will never arise again, man. It says, and has decked thy daughters in whoredoms that make it's like that they might please and glory in thy love, which have always desired to commit whoredom with thee. Thou hast fathered her that is hated in all her works and inventions, therefore saith the Most High. And that's it. Yahweh by Shemal Shai is going to bring judgment upon everybody that follow after this whore, man. So hand joining hand, the wicked will not be unpunished. So let's go ahead and get this. Going back into Jeremiah 50. Because again, that destroying wind is ultimately going to be able to cleanse the planet Earth from all the wickedness that this devil have pushed forth. Read this again, Jeremiah 51 and verse 1. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind. And again, that destroying wind is really meant for 2/3 of our people, man. Because it's written in Revelations, the 7th chapter, how the Lord is going to hold back the winds until the elect be sealed, man. Then the sea and the trees and the nations can be hurt, man. Once the elect sealed, you know. But at the same time, things have to play out. It says, and I will send unto Babylon fanners that will fan her and shall empty her land. For the day of trouble, they shall be against her round about. Yes, so everybody's going to be against this whore, man, because they're going to realize that this bride is full of shit. She's been playing on both sides of the field. She's the one that's been raising up the prices. She's the reason why that boy got killed down the street. So the only thing they're going to do is take this whore out, you know. It says, against him that bendeth let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifted himself up in a bridge guard, spare ye not her young man, destroy ye utterly all her hosts. So when those silos and those missiles get launched off, it's not going to spare people, man. Those missiles is going to be meant for one thing, destruction, man. These different ICBMs is not meant to be put in a museum. No, they're meant to be put in use. And the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai is going to make sure they're going to be put in use. That's the reason why Poon and all these other people is threatening the United States and Ukraine and NATO, saying, yeah, we got that thing. We combat ready, which means what? We got our finger on the button. So yeah, I pray this video is edifying. I want to say, call halal Yimla Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to my apostle, Ellis Great Millstone, and Shalom.